Hi, this is Jim Phillips with Remember Veteran Grave Markers. We're going to be taking a look at James Walls. Now, James Walls, his headstone is right over here, and that was taken on July 18th. Now, over time, I took pictures of that just to see how it was going to progress. That particular headstone there, I applied D2 to it without really any effort on my part for scrubbing. It's a part of an experiment. Over time, there was some effort, some things that happened, but it didn't have the level of robust cleaning as I was hoping it would have. But then again, I really didn't put any effort into it, so that's what happened. I went back around the 13th of August, maybe about 3-4 weeks later, and I scrubbed it with water and a brush, nylon brush, and to see what I can get. And you'll see that right over here. So let's take a look.
Hello again, this is Jim Phillips with Remember Veteran Grave Markers. I'm here on another grave marker that I treated about a month ago. It still has a lot of debris on it, so I'm going to do a little bit of tender loving care cleaning, and then I'm going to apply a little bit more D2 to it and then let it go. I think last time I just applied the D2 straight up without doing any substantive work. So I'm going to try it this time by actually cleaning it more. So this is since this is I'm new at this, I want to try out things to find out perhaps the best technique to do this over time. So now, of course, this particular soldier, Michigan regiment, out of Michigan, his name is Walls, James Walls, and we don't have the date that he died, so we don't know that, so we'd have to do actually some more research. But what I want to do now is just kind of knock off some of the heavy stuff so that we can get a better understanding of what we're looking at. Okay, so as you can see, with a little bit of tender loving care, we can see more of what probably a soldier in the infantry has what he's looking at. So we're going to just kind of go through here. The video is going to run. I'll probably cut a little bit out of it out so that I can make it fit into a quick video. But with it, this is a whole lot better than what it was. Will it be perfect? Nah. I'm hoping that with knocking all this stuff down, D2 will take care of the rest over time. But right now, what this will do is at least give the D2 a running start on cleaning. And as you can have already seen, just the mere fact that I've done some of these things have actually made a difference. So, again, here we are at the Maplewood Cemetery, one of the cemeteries in Toledo, and got the approval to do this, so I'm really excited about having the opportunity to put this stuff together. I did start, there's a gentleman, his name is Trey Zipperer. I can't give him, I guess this is a pretty big shout out to him, because he's the one who gave me the inspiration to do this. Yeah, I never really thought about it. In fact, never really crossed my mind. But he kind of convicted my heart to saying, why don't you do something? That and the fact that my wife said, why don't you do something? And I go, well, okay, fair enough. I like a challenge, and this is certainly a challenge. So during the summer months, during the spring months, during the fall months of Ohio, this is a good thing to do. Winter months, not so much. So, but with that, it is a big deal and I look forward to it. It's called Remember Veteran Grave Markers Incorporated. It's now, I processed information for it to become a nonprofit, volunteer operated and run. So any funds that we raise will go toward cleaning supplies, D2, wet and forget, whatever it might be. There's no full-time, part-time, or half-time person that's getting paid to do this. This is just a labor of love by a veteran. And hopefully inspire other veterans to step up and do something. Because not every veteran can house the homeless. Not every veteran can feed the hungry. Not every veteran can take care of, satisfy veteran suicide. But every veteran can, in fact, remember the past and do their part to remember the past. And this is a strong opportunity to remember the past. Oh yeah, this is pretty nasty. I've got one more headstone I'm going to do today. This is Sunday, I don't know, the 16th, maybe? 14th? Whatever. It's a Sunday in August. So this gives me a quick time to run out, do about 2 or 3 headstones, and apply the wet and forget or D2, and then just move on for the rest of the day. So it's not a heavy-duty labor with this. It's more of just doing it and then watching the results of your work. Again, not knowing anything about this particular soldier, James W. Walls, it kind of get the impression that maybe he was a Civil War guy. He was from Michigan, as it says right here, 11th Michigan Infantry. So you find out, like, wow, you've got one of those guys in your cemetery. Last week or so, I was doing some work, did some research down in Athens, Alabama, and got to see a number of headstones that were headstones of Civil War veterans. So, let me finish this off. Let me let this go. I'm going to turn this off.
Welcome back. Yeah, as you can see, the result of that particular effort turned out really good, really good. Once it was done, I went ahead and applied some D2 to it, and that's pretty much it for that particular headstone. But I'm pretty happy with the outcome of that. So please like, subscribe, and share. This video is to intend to educate and to get you excited about doing this. Remember, take a look at some of the other videos on YouTube that will help give you some motivation to actually do this. It's a great opportunity, and if you do it, I think you'll find it rewarding. I have. See you then. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.
Way out, I'm driving along, not seeing anything, and this headstone shows up and pops up right in my view. Now, a couple of pieces of note. One is that I'm just a sucker for pop-up headstones that look like this. Just a sucker. The second thing is, since I'm already here, I might as well do it. Since I'm only spraying it with D2. Now, the third thing is that I wanted to tell you that before I begin and after I'm done with this, I take a picture of it beforehand, the camera, and then I take another picture in about a week's time to see where we're at. This way it gives me some idea of how long things are going and how things are going with the cleaning. This one here, his name is James, looks like here, James Walls. James Walls. Maybe Senior, or maybe just James Wallace, W-A-L-L-I-S. So what I want to do is do a quick cleaning, a quick knockoff of this kind of stuff, and then what we'll do is apply the D2. Now, as an aside, D2 can be applied straight from the bottle into a spray thing, and then it can be applied. Whereas Wet and Forget has to be put in a 1 to 6 concentrate. So one cup of one portion of Wet and Forget and 6 portions of water. So it has to be diluted. This one you use it straight out of the bottle, which probably makes it really nice. Probably makes it really nice. We're going to back these more. See how much. Okay. Now this is ready to go. I already have taken a picture. I'm now going to use the D2 and liberally spray it just in the crevices. Now here you can see, you recall a couple ones back, you couldn't see the shield. Here, the shield is very pronounced. What we don't see about James W. Wallace is the date of death. There's no indication on here of when he died or when he served, which means you have to actually look, up the 11th Michigan Infantry to be able to let's see here, Company E of the 11th Michigan Infantry to get any information about this particular soldier. So we're going to go ahead and wet this up. It's going to be nice. You probably heard a lot of cars honking. I'd like to say that they're probably honking for support, but they're most likely honking because it's an intersection. So I'll take it as support. Okay, here's this. Over here on the back, you don't see it, but there's a lot of biologic on the back. We'll make sure that that is soaked rather nicely. And once we get done, that will be it. Now, assuming I'm not going to run into anybody else, the next video I'll be making, instead of 4, we may 5. But whatever it is, a week from now, we'll see what is happening with our good friends over here. We're seeing some changes. It looks good. Remember, D2 marble works on all of them, but it does nicely on marble because it doesn't harm the stone. That's important. It doesn't harm the stone. Well, with that being said, one more squat, and we're done. Thank you. See you next time. Oh, by the way, it's as easy as that.